Frieza's becoming a god of destruction. It's happening, and here's why.
Hello everyone, I'm Max.
I'm Maz.
And we're DB Duo. There are several hints foreshadowing this development in the show. Some obvious, some not so much. First of all, we know that gods of destruction are not permanent. After Goku fought Beerus in the Battle of Gods arc, we suggest that Goku could become a god of destruction after Beerus kicks the bucket. Secondly, it is revealed during the exhibition matches that Toppo is undergoing training to become a god of destruction.
Now that we know that mortals can become gods of destruction, we can discuss the hints that Frieza could become one after the current arc. The first hint is when Frieza successfully controls Sidra's Hakai energy thrown at him by one of the assassins. This demonstrates Frieza's potential, as even without using God Ki, he is strong enough to not only not be destroyed by this energy, but also strong enough to condense it and make it his own weapon. Then, in that very same episode, as Frieza's communicating with Universe 9, Supreme Kairo looks over to Sidra and comments, "He's more of a god of destruction than you." Now, if that isn't the show trying to tell us where Frieza is going, then I don't know what is.
In addition, Frieza has expressed his ambition to surpass the gods several times. In episode 95, he looks at Beerus and thinks, "I'll have the last laugh. You won't be doing as you please forever, Beerus." In episode 99, while looking at Zeno, Frieza says, "One day I promise I shall reign over you." This implies that Frieza doesn't just plan to wish on the Super Dragon Balls to become the Omni King. Whis suspects that if Frieza wins the Tournament of Power, he will use his wish to kill a god, specifically Beerus.
While this spooked Beerus, Whis has been slightly off in his predictions before, namely his theory about Goku Black's origins. We don't believe Frieza is going to wish to kill a god, but rather to become one. Frieza is a character that revels in up-close and personal destruction. While Beerus is easily irritated and willing to destroy, Frieza lives for destruction and torture. For this reason, he would not enjoy Zeno's omnipotence. He would rather handle the job himself.
Before Goku killed him, Frieza had already been performing a God of Destruction's duties, such as when Beerus authorized him to destroy planet Vegeta. We also know that the two were well acquainted before Beerus' latest slumber, as when Whis reveals that Goku defeated Frieza, Beerus was flabbergasted, implying that he intimately knew his strength. King Cold even warned Frieza to never engage Beerus in combat, meaning their family has had connections with the God of Destruction for a long time.
Now, let's talk about how this would all unfold in the show. Having Frieza become the next god of destruction would be the perfect conclusion for his character. As it stands, Frieza's either going to end up back in his flower garden, or we're getting Fukatsu no F the Fukatsuneng, which would end with the former regardless. Toei did not bring Frieza back again, only to have him shafted. They have plans, and going God seems to be a win-win for the audience and Frieza's character. He won't undergo some radical transformation into another Vegeta, as that would jeopardize his signature malevolence. As a god of destruction, Frieza will be given the right to destroy upon will, becoming the universe's necessary counterbalance to creation.
There are two ways Frieza could become a god of destruction. He could either replace Beerus in Universe 7, or he could take over in another universe. If the former occurs, Beerus would likely retire, because if Frieza wished for his demise, Whis would not be too willing to let Frieza take his place.
Beerus retiring actually works out pretty well. Think of it. Beerus goes on to become a professional food connoisseur, or maybe even a chef. That would be the perfect Toriyama-esque conclusion for our now former god of destruction.
Now then, let's take a moment to consider how mind-bogglingly strong Frieza would become. After 4 months training by himself, he went from the equivalent of Super Saiyan 1 to Super Saiyan Blue. Imagine how powerful he'd become after many years of training with Whis. He'd shit on the current meta.
Hell, even Grand Priests might tremble.
In fact, that could be Frieza's grand plan to surpass all: divine tutelage. I mean, being tutored by the gods.
Upon attaining such a level, Frieza comes to relish surpassing his limits just as much as Goku, to the point that he takes up a rivalry with the Saiyan. I mean, at this point, the only characters that can catch up to Mr. Ultra Instinct are Frieza and Vegeta. But given that Vegeta is an ally, we still need a powerful opponent. In a few arcs' time, there's no doubt that Goku and Vegeta, having mastered Ultra Instinct, will surpass Whis. At that point, the only opponent capable of giving them a proper challenge would be our prodigy, Hakaishin Frieza.
Just picture this at the end of Super. Beerus is hanging out on Earth with the Z Fighters, eating and cooking. Meanwhile, Frieza spars with Whis on Beerus' world. On the sidelines stand Goku and Vegeta. Frieza finishes his sparring and turns to Goku and Vegeta with a grin. The Saiyans go Ultra Instinct and charge in. The camera pans up to the sun and the title card appears.
Alright, that about wraps it up. We hope you enjoyed this theory. Please leave your thoughts down in the comments below. Have any more evidence or maybe even a counter-argument? Let us know.
Thanks for watching. Please leave a like if you enjoyed and subscribe for more Dragon Ball related content.
Zamasu did nothing wrong.